Hello, Martín.
¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué tal?
Why I
Qué
cannot?
bueno verte por tanto
Oh,
tiempo.
got it. I didn't know. I had it on mute. I'm sorry.
Is that good?
So how's everyone? Where's Andreina? She just
¿No me,
disappeared.
¿No me
Where's
escuchan? Hello.
Andreina? Yeah.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Ya yo iba a decir, ¿no me escuchan?
I see familiar faces here. So, all right. I don't know if you guys. It's 10:04. I don't know if you guys want to start now or you want to wait. What do you think, Andreina?
Up to you. Tú sabes que yo siempre, I give you the floor entirely. You're the boss of this one. This is your series. So if you want to wait just a few more minutes, you can wait a few more minutes. But honestly, it's entirely on you.
So before, let's see. Do you see my logo? Is the logo no here? Is that one okay?
Espérate que no lo veo. This is the first time I'm doing it through the phone.
Sí se ve tu logo, Beatriz.
¿Ah?
Sí se ve tu logo.
Pero está al revés.
¿Está al revés o está al derecho?
Ah, está perfecto. Sí lo veo.
Okay, so finally we figured out.
Yes.
All right. Who else is here? Okay, guys. First of all, since Andreina is so she never presents herself. I don't know why. She doesn't want to appear. I don't know why when she is so very nice to put all these things together. Andreina, she's a leader in the industry and she has been in the market for a while, especially as a consultant, even though she's not a realtor. She is, Andreina, talk about what is it that you do? Come on, 5 minutes for you.
You're doing an amazing job though. I have, like you said, I am not a realtor, I'm not licensed. So while everyone is concentrated in their own production, I am concentrating and make sure that they can double their production. I teach strategies. You know, my main focus has always been the realtors and watching them grow. I can take them from zero to being a productive agent. Obviously, I don't do the work for them. I guide them. I give them strategies. I teach them. I train them. You know, I make sure that they become knowledgeable. I believe that we have a huge ethics issue in our industry, and I think it comes from lack of knowledge, which a lot of the brokerages have failed to, you know, pass on that knowledge down. So I came into the industry with a very strong voice of wanting to fix our ethics issue and get everyone closer together. Now, as you said, I've been training, I've been doing consultations, coaching, team, building teams, you name it. When it comes to realtors, they do.
Okay, so guys, if you ever need some sort of training, consulting, or anything, call Andreina, and I'm gonna put later. Maybe you know what? Here I'm gonna write down her website so you can check. Andreina, you can check all her Montserrat, all her training information and everything on my website is the same. Is a Beatriz Santa Maria, name and last name, just as Andreina. If you want to have a little bit more information about what we are always doing, created, and just thinking out of the box. So let's start. I'm gonna start with telling you I love WhatsApp. I truly love it. It's one of my best tools. I just feel very comfortable. So right there, you're gonna see that QR code that you see right there. Take a scan, say hello to me if in case that you don't have me on WhatsApp. If you have any questions in the future, any question that you have about development, let me know. That's been my life in real estate, my expertise, as well as Andreina's has been the general real estate side. So just take a picture and it's gonna prompt you right away to the to WhatsApp. Just say hello, I save you, you save me on your contacts, and we are together, and that way I keep in touch with you. I am right now working for Armani Casa. So Armani Casa is in Sunny Isles, Residences by Armani. And that's my my project, that's my home right now. I also sell Porch, which is two combined, those are from Desert. And so that's my home right now. So I'm gonna be talking to you today a little bit more about, and this is gonna be more about talking and less about slides and that. I'm gonna just show you one slide. Did I show you? Is it showing? Yes, it's showing. So basically how to negotiate development units, and I'm getting this a lot this day because everybody thinks that we are because we have a pandemic, and then just buy everything at a 70% discount because the world is going to end, and this is going to be 2004 all over again, 2008 all over again. And honestly, it's not the case. It's not necessarily the case for every developer. And before we go ahead and think and let our clients think that is the case on every single development, I want you to consider other factors before doing so. So let's understand a little bit how do we arrange how is our money, how is our pockets before you think that we are in trouble. So that's for you to understand when and how to place an offer, or before you approach for a great deal, you have to understand my pocket, how my bank account is, before you approach me with a very low offer, because and then you're gonna be very frustrated because you're not gonna understand why they don't take my offer if it's a pandemic. I mean, I don't understand. So we have different stages in the development during the time of the development. When we launch and we are on reservations, as I said on the other trainings, reservations means nothing. Means maybe I'm gonna buy, maybe I'm gonna sell. You know, that's what in reality means. It doesn't mean anything else than someone is. Let me guys put you on mute. Sorry, mute, because someone is making noise. Okay, so we need to understand how that budget, how the pockets are. So when we are on reservations, that's one stage, and then we're gonna go to contracts, which is a stage where we are already committed. The buyer is committed. I'm more committed to continue and to build the building. And then we raise the building, it's about to finish. And that's a moment, there is a moment where before construction that we get a loan from the bank to build this building. So at that moment, that's another moment. I already got the loan. And then I'm gonna get at the very end, when I'm delivering the unit, I'm gonna take all this money that the buyers gave me, that already have a contract, that I already grabbed all this capital, and I'm gonna pay the bank. All right, so those are different stages that you have to consider before you make an offer, so you get the best deal possible. So when you are on reservations, do we have a rush for money? Do we have here people asking us for money? Are we paying interest? And no. So when we are on reservations, that's not a moment for you to ask for a deal because you're not gonna get it. The thing is, and the way we structure prices, that's another thing, and I'm gonna show you in a second. When the way we structure prices is we structure to go up as we go on time. So as time passes by, we go increase in price. Always has been that way, always will be that way. There's no change, no trick, nothing. So when you are on reservations, we don't have a pressure because we are on reservations. It's not a commitment yet. It's not a contract. We don't need the money to start construction. We are good. We are okay. So if I'm selling you an apartment for $100,000 and you come with an offer for $99,000, we are going to say no. Why? Because we don't have any pressure. We are testing the market. And maybe a lot of people know that we are going to increase the price, through the time of the 2 years period of the construction. So we know that, you know it, and other clients know it. And a lot of people bet on that, bet on the increase on price that we're gonna have during the 2 years period. Now, is that a good investment strategy from your side, from the client side? I'm not, that's not the subject of this conversation today, but I'm telling you how it is. It's good or not, it's how it is. So a lot of people, if you come with that $99,000 offer, I'm not gonna accept it. We're not gonna take it. Why we're not gonna take it? Because we don't need it, and because I'm very likely I'm gonna have someone else coming to tell me, you know what, I'll buy it for those $100,000 because I know that unit is going to increase in price through the time. So that is not a moment. Reservations, guys, is not a moment to negotiate a unit. You're not gonna get that money. And then we're gonna go to contracts, or we're gonna get the money, the loan from the bank. And guess what? What is it that we do need during reservations? We need a lot of reservations. That's why the price in a moment of reservations is lower. So we do need a lot of reservations, that's for sure, because we need to show that stock of reservations and show it to the bank. So the bank will give us a loan. The bank is gonna give us a loan right there at the moment of when we get all the contracts. When we get that loan, is right there, we are even more relaxed than before. We need the business, but we don't have that pressure of we need to get the deal. So you don't come to me with an offer, because that is not the moment. That's not the moment to negotiate. You have to jump on a deal on pre-construction right at the very beginning, because you're gonna have the lower of all the pricing. Now, when we get the money from the bank, we are at ease. We are relaxed. We already have the money. We don't have any pressure. So we are good. Now, it's always remember, we are gonna keep increasing price. We always gonna keep increasing price through the time of the development, because it's the way that is the way how we structure the total sales of the development. Good or not, good or not, perfect or not perfect, right or not, that's the way it is structured. So we have the way we need to create a momentum. So we structure the prices that way. So it's going to increase. So a lot of people ask me, why you increase prices? I say, it's not selling fast enough. It's not, listen, it's the way it was invented. It's how it is how it's going to be, and how it's the way it is structured. So yes, prices are going to increase no matter what, because it's the way to create a momentum, and we have to do it. Now, when at the very end, when we are about to pay the loan, we are not there yet, but we are almost there. Not yet. That right there, that moment of time is when you can come aggressive. That at that very moment, you can come and say, listen, I'm not gonna pay you those $200,000 that you want for that unit. I'll pay you, start aggressive, do it. Why? Because we need your money, because we're gonna give at a small discount. I'm not gonna tell you that you're gonna get a 50% discount. Come on, guys, don't do it. I mean, don't insult us. I mean, no insult, but don't insult our time that we've been here for 2 years, and then you're gonna come with an offer of 50% discount, because it's not going to happen. Forget it. Now, why it's not going to happen? Because remember, we are about to pay the loan. We are this close to get the loan. You know who is watching us all the time? It's not me, it's not my boss, it's not the developer, the bank. The bank is watching out every single contract, and every single contract has to meet certain requirements, because those contracts are the collateral for the bank. So the bank is watching those contracts. So I cannot just give you a mega discount, because the bank is not going to accept it. So you cannot do that. You cannot come with that mega discount, because we're not going to be able to do it. Now, the bank is going to be, we're going to be a little bit more easy, you know, to do those deals, because we need this much of money to just get over that loan and pay the loan. When is that? That is about, you know, it's not before or later, right when we deliver, that we have the money, and then that we are collecting all this money, but we still at that moment. That's when you're gonna just ask, have you guys paid the loan? No, we haven't. Okay, how close you are? We are about, you know, I don't know, let me find out. Almost every single in-house is gonna tell you, let me find out if we already paid the loan, or just go through the news to see if the project paid the loan, because that is a very good moment for you to make an offer. We need your money, and we are gonna be willing to negotiate with you, okay? Then, if you miss that window right before the loan, if you miss that window and you go over, we're not gonna pay attention to you. So you're gonna be like, but I don't understand why a friend of mine got an amazing deal 2 months ago, and now you don't want to negotiate with me. It's like that, because I don't need you. It's just as simple as that. I don't need you anymore. That I'm done. Now, there is another moment. Then after I pay the loan, remember all these developments, they have equity partners. So equity partners means I call 10, don't you think that these big name companies, they all have the money, and they're gonna sit and they're gonna collect a bunch of money, and let's do this building. They don't do that. I mean, they call partners. Some of them, they will contribute with land, others will contribute with money, but there's something called equity partners. So what they do is they collect enough money to start the project, to start at least the conception of the building, which is to buy the land, the marketing dollars, the operational dollars, and all these things to put together the project. And those are the equity partners. After the bank come the equity partners. So that is another good moment. Now, it's not going to be easy to find out this information, but it's how it is. So that's why you need to more or less try to find out, get inside to see if you can be aggressive or not. So once we pay the bank, then we pay the equity partners. That moment right before, you know, we have to pay the equity partners $1 million, just to throw numbers. And we are close. We are about 80% done money. We already, remember, pay the bank, now equity partner, and we are close to the equity partners. That moment, that is a good window for you to be aggressive. If you miss that window, you know, and you're gonna say, but I don't understand why they don't accept my offer if they still have, I don't know, name it, 30% to sell. Yeah, but that 30% is the money that is equity for them. Is that money is for the developer. Those are units that the developer is not paying interest. The developer is not paying, doesn't have to pay the bank, doesn't have to pay the equity partners. The only thing that is paying is for taxes and maintenance. And if the developer has the pockets to do so, the developer is gonna wait. So it's not in a rush at all, That is, if the developer sells those units, it's gonna be for his or hers, their own pockets, okay? So there's no need to, at that moment, when the developer already paid the bank, paid the equity partners, you missed the boat. I'm telling you, you already missed the boat. So the perfect moment for you to buy at the beginning or right before paying this big chunk of money, bank or developer, or equity partners. If you miss those moments, those are you know, you miss the very perfect moments to buy development. The other time, we sell all the time. Why we keep selling if we have those very sweet spots to sell? Well, because maybe if you wait for these very good moments to negotiate, maybe you're gonna miss the boat. Maybe you're gonna miss that very, you know, good unit that you wanted to buy on the floor 18, because 18 is your lucky number. That is your religious number, because that is your spiritual number, and you want that unit, so you have to buy it at any moment. You have to pay for that emotional factor. If you don't buy on these moments that I just told you, other than that, it's gonna be just emotional, or you don't have that, you're willing to pay that premium. Any questions so far? Feel free to type the questions. I'm looking at the chat right now. If you have any question, I can answer. I can answer you. So how do we structure? So how much is it gonna be, that discount? How are we gonna do it? So let me show you a small graphic about how do we structure the pricing. So what I've seen so far is two ways to structure our pricing. Some people, some developers, or sales director, it doesn't matter. I mean, some people, we start with the least desirable unit at the very bottom, at the very back, whatever it is, the less desirable one, and we set a price. That is going to be the bottom price, the very bottom price, and that's going to be day zero. The day zero, moment zero that we're going to launch prices, that's going to be the $100,000 unit that you're not going to ever see again. All right. So then let's say that here you have these units are going to be on the front, whatever, better views, better, I don't know, sun exposure, whatever it is. And then let's say we increase as we go towards the best desirable units, and then we increase as we go high. This is just an example. I mean, it's not a precise or anything, but notice that this less desirable unit in a lower price and a lower floor is gonna be $100,000. But this one that is going to have a premium, is going to have a premium view, in a high floor is going to be 220. So that's how we structure it. What do we let you see? When we launch the project, this is what happens. I'm gonna let you see this unit, just to name, is gonna be scattered.
Beatriz,
Yes?
te vemos la pantalla principal con tu información, pero nunca vimos el graph.
Why? Or
I don't know.
Is it, do you see it?
I see your information.
Now, do you see this, the Excel now?
No, ningún Excel.
Hold on. Stop share, hold on. Let me do it again. Here, hold on. Do you see it now?
Yes, perfecto.
Okay, so let me tell you.
Thank you.
So here is, just imagine that this is the floor, and that you have the less desirable unit, and then you go towards the better views, and then you go increasing per floor. So notice that this one is the less desirable unit, but you have the higher floor, and you have the most desirable with the higher floor. So you're gonna have, notice that this is gonna be right at diagonal through the building. Now, that's how we structure the pricing. Are we going to show you all the pricing? No, we won't show you all the pricing. I'm just gonna let you see this, you know, the highlighted ones. Maybe that's what I'm gonna let you see. And maybe I'll choose this other one. Let's choose here. Why is that? A lot of people ask us that. Why do we do that? Because we have to sell the building balanced through the entire time. Okay, I cannot sell the entire line B because that is the most desirable, and then I'm not gonna have B line to sell. It's gonna go against us. We need to have something balanced. Okay, so as we go, this is the first day. You know, let's imagine this is the first day. I'm gonna show you just these lines. As we go in time, this is gonna increase by a certain percentage. All that matrix is going to increase in a certain amount. Now, in a certain percentage. Now, whenever you're gonna see, ask for pricing, ask for the, you know, the more pricing that you can have, better information that you can have to negotiate, to see how can you go lower, depending on the moment, depending on my pockets, the pressure that I have for those pricing, and the information that you have about how, you know, how the building is available, you know, what is the availability that we have right now. It happens, listen, it happens that many times we run out of the line, let's say this line, because whatever, we needed to reach those numbers, we need to pay the bank, so we sold more of these lines because we were in a rush. Remember that we are in a rush, so sometimes we unbalance the building. So if that happens, let's say that we run out of these units, but for whatever reason, we have a lot of these units, ask, find out, see what's happening, and we have a lot of these units, then be aggressive on that line. I understand that your client prefers this line, you know, the one with better views, but ask them if you are, right now, if you are attending this webinar, is because you want to find out how to get the best deal, not to get the best unit. You know, if you want to the best unit, just pay premium. But if your client is into getting better deals, you know, is hunting, you wants to be a shark. So that's what I'm telling you. Find out which line is the one with the most inventory, and then that is another opportunity for you. It's an opportunity to present an aggressive offer on the line that you have most of the inventory. So that's another another one. So this is a way to, it's one of the ways for us to do the matrix for pricing. And another way is this one. They do it by bracket. Let's say from floor 1 to 5, you're gonna have the same price. From 6 to 10, you're gonna have the same price. So try to find out, because if, let's say that I have the floor 16 and the floor 20th for the same pricing, you know, might as well go for the higher one. Why they do this? I truly don't understand. I prefer, if were my decision, I'll go on this with this model. I don't know. I think that is easier. But if it happens that you encounter a developer that works this way, so try to reach for the highest floor on the bracket of that pricing. Okay. Again, we're not going to show you the entire matrix. We're going to show you only certain units, but you can find maybe the developer will release this unit, this one right here, and then releases this other one here. So you're going to see it. You're going to be able to see it. So find out and go for the highest one. And again, as we go in time, we are going to increase prices. How are you going to negotiate? So any question about the moments of when can you come with an aggressive offer? Let me go back on that. Right before paying the bank, right before paying the equity partners are the best moments, or right before starting construction could be another good moment, because we need to have more contracts. Okay, so reservations is not a moment. Right before into construction, groundbreaking, we need to have certain amount of contracts, because with contracts is that we show the bank that we have good contracts, that they can give us the money to start construction. So that is another good moment. Right before construction, right before paying the bank, right before paying the equity partners. Those are the best moments. Then you miss the boat. Unless we have an imbalanced inventory in the whole matrix, and let's say that we have a lot of this line, so you can come and say, listen guys, you have a lot of inventory on that line, and you have to get a good argument. So tell them you have a lot of this line, give me a good discount, because it's gonna favor you. So that's another moment. Any question about what I just told you? No questions. You are paying a lot of attention. Hold on. What's the chat? Usually I see the chat. Here is the chat. All
Viviana
right.
just said that she has 2 questions.
Tell me, Viviana.
Hi, Andreina. Thank you so much for your info. 2 questions. When you talk about best time to be aggressive, and you speak about right before the developer pays to the bank or to the equity partners, within that cycle of, let's say, sales, how many months into the process we're talking about, or does that vary?
It varies. I mean, it depends on the product. It depends on how fast it's moving. It can take a year. It could take a couple of weeks.
So basically, we're going to be relying on the person to be able
truly. Viviana, you're cutting out.
Yeah, I was cutting off. I don't know if you hear me well now.
Yeah, Tell me
Okay.
now. So you're gonna be relying on what?
If so, you have to rely on whichever questions you come up with to the in-house salesperson to get that information from that person.
Basically, yes. That's why. And again, I'm telling you, find a greenhouse that is professional, that has, that knows the right tricks and things. That's the only thing that I can tell you, because some others are very new and they don't know the game. And if you have a client that is very aggressive and is hunting, you're gonna miss the boat, because some people are not, don't have the right information. But yeah, you can, you're gonna be relying on that person. You can ask, maybe try to find the best thing is do your research. Please don't do that at the moment of negotiation right there on the table with the client, your client right in front of you, just because you want to show that you are very aggressive on your negotiation skills, because it doesn't look good. I mean, someone is gonna get pissed, of course, because I don't want you to come to me with, you know, put me on the spot. Not me. I mean, maybe it's my boss or maybe it's another colleague, and that's not gonna look good. Just do it prior. And based on that, right on the table, just write down an offer. That's the thing. But yes, answering your question, yeah, you're gonna have to rely on the information that you gather from your in-house. Again, we are with you. You're my client. The client is not your client, the buyer. That's not my client. My client is you, and I'm with you. I want to sell. I'm telling you, I want to sell. If you bring me a silly offer, I'm going to present it anyways, you know, because nobody had told me yes because I presented a silly offer. I present them all. But if you have others on the table, it's better not to be so, don't put it on the spot, because let me tell you, I've seen things go really wrong, really bad, you know, really bad arguments, slamming doors, people walking away. I've seen people, you know, tearing apart contracts just because someone put on the spot, you know, to another person, and it goes bad. It goes bad. It's a very sensitive moment. So I don't know if that answers your question.
Yes, definitely so. And the second question that I had, you mentioned another good time to become aggressive in pricing is right before construction begins. So that would be right about the time that they are doing groundbreaking?
It's more or less about the time, because we need contracts. We need, of course, we need a certain amount of contracts. It's not that we need them all, but we have a deadline. We have a deadline for a certain amount of contracts to show to the bank. So the bank will give us the money. And that is a moment, it's a very stressful moment, because we need those contracts. We already converted all the reservations, but perhaps we need more contracts. Sometimes we have enough. Sometimes we already converted all the reservations. We converted from reservation to contract, and we have them all. So we are good. So we don't need you. It's a game. It's always a game. It's a hate and love situation. Now, if I have enough reservations, I convert them, all of them. They already went to contracts, and they are out of the rescission period. I don't need you. I don't need your offer. Honestly, I don't need your money right now. If you want to buy at the price that I'm telling you. Period. Now, if given the case that I'm short 5 contracts, you know, everything is about numbers. If I already converted all the reservations, but I'm missing 5 contracts, right, to give the bank the amount of contracts and the amount of dollars that they need to see to release the money, you know, so I can start construction, that is a nice moment to be aggressive. How are you going to find out that? That's your mission. That is going to be a mission. I'm just giving you the secret. Now your mission is to find out. I don't know how are you going to find out, but it's a good moment. It's just try to ask. Just go around and see how you can find out the information. That's the secret. Any other questions?
Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
All right. So So I forgot where I was gonna go ahead next. So those are the moments to negotiate, and this is the price. Oh, okay. So now, how are you going to come aggressive, and how the developer is going to listen to you? Is we have all kind of, I'm telling you, from the entire planet. We have people coming, Beatrice, I'm gonna, listen, I have a client that will buy you 5 units if you give me the best price. Okay? I mean, and, oh no, just tell me the price and I'll bring you the client. That doesn't mean anything. Beatrice, I just got a client that is coming from, I'm Colombian, so I can talk about Colombians. You know, I'm entitled to talk about Colombians. Very Colombian thing to do. Listen, how much for that apartment? It's $100,000. I'll give you 80,000 now. Go and ask your boss. I'm telling you, there's no way for me to ask, oh, so I'm gonna go away. That's not the way to negotiate. The way, listen, you know how developers, they love offers. They love them because it has a certain attraction on it, because I'm seeing movement. I see it's a I don't know, it has a certain adrenaline on the situation, even though you bring me a silly offer, but I see movement. So developers love offers. What an offer means to your buyer or to the buyer? Nothing. It doesn't mean a thing, nothing. It's just a paper. It's just a paper that I sign, and I'm just showing you my intention to buy. It doesn't mean absolutely anything. So if you really want, so let's say that you are at the right moment with this with the offer. You are at the right moment. You think that you're gonna get the good price. It cannot be verbal. It cannot be verbal. You have to come, write a contract, just prepare the client, write the contract. It doesn't mean anything, and write and give a check. At that moment, that very aggressive offer, at the sweet moment or during the construction, is gonna be listened. If you don't come with an offer that is written and you don't come with the check, they're not gonna listen to you at all. If you don't wire the money, it doesn't mean anything. Now, remember, but Beatrice, if the offer is not gonna be accepted, when I'm gonna get that money back? You will get the money back because it's not an executed contract, so you will get it back. If your client is being aggressive, it's because he's an investor, and the client is an investor, he has the money. And if he has the money, can play with, even $10,000. For $1 million unit, it makes the trick. So you have to present the offer, and you have to give some good faith money. Don't just come talking. Talking, it doesn't do anything. If you come talking, you're gonna miss the opportunity. Right there, done and gone. So write the offer, all right, and give the check. It doesn't mean anything. I've gotten offers many times. The check, I send a check to the contract administrator, and I send a check to the escrow account, and sometimes it doesn't even get deposit. Why? Because we don't accept the offer, but we got into a negotiation. Okay, so that is what you want to. You want the developer to listen to you, because you don't know if it's a no if you don't present the offer. Maybe it's a yes. Listen, guys, I've gotten the most outrageous offers that myself, I said, that's not gonna happen. That's not going to happen. However, let's say, Viviana, if you want that deal to happen, give me the contract and give me a check. But some others will tell you $10,000 is not gonna do the trick for a over $1 million unit. Yeah, it will do it. it will do it. I mean, even $10,000 will do the trick. I'm telling you, I'm into it. So give me the check, because right there I'm showing that a good faith and a real intention from your buyer to do so. Otherwise, it's just talking, it's just bluffing. It doesn't mean anything, nothing. I'm not gonna pay attention to you if you don't serious about that. Write it, and then we can really start negotiating. I'm telling you that the developer wants your money. The developer wants those $10,000, and they're gonna grab it. They're gonna try to negotiate, start negotiation with you. If you were very low and very aggressive, then they're gonna return the money, but at least you tried. Any other question? No questions? Okay, so today, that's pretty much everything about, I already told you how we price the units, when, how we release the inventory, and when to present the units. Today is this market, I've seen a lot of people, especially from New York, coming with aggressive, they truly think that the war is going to end. They truly do. Others, they think that they're gonna come and conquer Miami because because this is gonna get flooded, or because the sea level, or because this is a disaster because of the pandemic. Don't come to me and tell me that you're gonna buy the entire building at a 50% discount, because guys, it's not going to happen. Why? Because I just told you, because because we already got the contract, because we already paid the bank, because we already paid the equity partners. It depends. It depends. It's not because the war is going to end. Remember, most of these developers, they already survived one crisis. So they already have experience surviving crisis. So it's not the case. It's not going to happen. However, if that very good investor of yours wants to be really aggressive, present a proof of funds, first of all, and give a good faith deposit. It can be for a good amount. It can be $1 million. It depends on the units that wants to buy and how many units wants to buy. Has to give proof of funds and a good faith deposit. Remember, that deposit, if the contract is not security, is going to go back to you. But maybe you're going to have a good chance to get a really good deal. I'm telling you, good deal. I've seen great deals. And other things that you can get with the developers, every single developer. Beatrice, what are the incentives? Don't ask me for the incentives. Create incentives yourself. I mean, we cannot go and bargain a building. We cannot do that. Remember that. We cannot do that. Why? Because we're gonna bring the entire big building down. I cannot take the entire building and give it to you at a discount. Or let's say that you are a very special realtor and you want 5 units at a, I don't know, 30-40% discount. It depends on the moment. I will give that to you, but most likely I'm not going to be able to do so. Why? Because I need all the units at the moment of closing. I need all the units to be balanced, because when a certain client is going to close, the appraisal for mortgage have to be balanced among the building, and the price per square foot, I have to be balanced. Otherwise, the appraisal for that building is gonna go, very likely they're gonna take the lowest, okay? The lowest price per square foot. And so if I do that and I give you that mega discount, I bring everybody down. So if I already, remember that I told you that I already paid the bank. When I paid the bank, it's because very likely I already closed the building. So I don't have that much of the pressure to keep the price per square foot. We have to we have to pay, keep the price per square foot, because otherwise I'm gonna bring down the price. So maybe later on, at the very end of the development, maybe at the moment, even though the developer doesn't need the money, he wants to just liquidate, you know, wants the cash, maybe at that moment you're gonna get it's another moment to get a good pricing. But it has to be, the developer has to be very careful to bringing down that price per square foot. So that is a problem. That right there is another moment. I cannot do it because I need the appraisal for the entire building to do closings. So the mortgage companies, they come and they give the loan to every one of my buyers, and I don't have a bunch of defaults. We don't want defaults. Believe me, we don't want defaults. So we're gonna try the best. So the building appraises and you get the mortgage. We want you to get the mortgage. So that is another. So why I'm talking about this, because I get a lot of questions about, Beatriz, what are the incentives? I don't have any incentives. And maybe you're gonna find out that many developers don't have incentives created. Like what? I cannot lower the price per square foot, but maybe I can give you, I don't know, I can give you the curtains for the building. I can give you the flooring. Maybe I can give you 2 months of maintenance. Maybe I can give you a credit to closing. Those are, I cannot lower the price per square foot, but I can go around for you to get that money back at the moment of closing. So you create yourself the incentive. How? In the offer, request a closing, a credit to closing. I mean, it's not going to be a mega discount, but you can create that and put it again as a credit at closing. Developers don't like that. A lot of developers, some that are in distress, are struggling to sell. They'll do it, even though that's going to hurt them in the in the long term. But maybe they haven't done it so much, so you can take advantage of that. They ask for 2 months of association, ask for 3 months, ask for a year of taxes, and that is gonna go on as a credit to closing. Okay, those are the other incentives that you can create yourself to get that better deal that for the client. Just take all those little things and put it towards the closing. Right there, you're gonna get the money. You're still gonna have to pay for the unit, but the money is coming back at the moment of closing. So if you are here, it's because you are interested on how to get good deals. Again, a good deal is for usually an aggressive investor, someone that has the pocket to negotiate. You're not gonna get a good deal if you don't have money to play a little bit with. Remember, money makes money. That's how you're gonna get a good deal. Any other question? I already gave you most of, basically most of the tricks for you to negotiate a unit with developers. They won't tell you these tricks. That for sure. They're not gonna tell you that when you negotiate it, because they are interested on getting the most of you, or the bigger pocket that you had, that more amount, that's what they want. But here we are, I'm telling you those small tricks. Any other question? So guys, if you don't have any other question, I think that's all. I don't know if, Andreina, do you want to say anything else? I think that Andreina left. Okay, guys, let me write it on the chat. Hold on, give me 1 second. Again, go to, if you have any other question and you want, oh my God, hold on. I just remember my cell phone and remember WhatsApp. If you have any question, if in the future you have any question about how to negotiate a unit, don't hesitate, call me. Beatriz, how do you think that I could do this? And I'll be more than happy to do so. I'll tell you how you can get that. that's my cell phone right there. That's if you need an apartment on the beach, your client is looking for a beautiful beach side unit, just let me know. Martin, when should we know it is time to pull out from a project? You know it's not going anywhere. Right before contract, or even when you sign the contract 15 days, that's the moment. Other than that, you are on a contract, nothing to do. Absolutely, you have no option other than wait. Why? Because you are on a contract. Otherwise, you're gonna lose the money. That's all. Pulling out from a contract is not easy. So that's right there. That's my phone number and my contact. I'm gonna do this tomorrow in Spanish. If you guys want to join, or you have someone that will be interested on joining us, it can be even a client. I won't mention anything about commissions on anything. If you want them just to listen from me, more than welcome. Invite them. That's it. Guys, have a great day and a good quarantine. I hope this ends very soon. I'm going already crazy. Thank you, Viviana, and thank you everybody for joining us. Have a good day. Bye-bye.